Hi everybody, I hope everyone's doing well. This video I will be sharing with you guys my full review on Burberry 2012 products, the recently released Velvet Foundation and their complete eye palette. So if you guys are interested, do stick around. So I'm really excited to finally be sharing all these things with you guys and finally be able to do a full review of these products. Just as a general overview, Burberry Beauty was launched 2010. I've had a few experience with the brand in terms of products I've tried and I have owned. They have released a couple of formulations of lipsticks now, and they've had one formulation of foundation till now. This season they actually have come out with a new formulation of foundation called the Velvet Foundation, and along with that they've also released velvet lipsticks. Previously they just had the lip cameo and I think the lip mist, which was more of just sheer formulations. The velvet I believe is more opaque and with more of a velvet satin matte finish. So Burberry as a brand is really, in terms of beauty, a true reflection of the fashion brand itself. If you're looking for amazing staples with great quality, this is definitely the beauty brand to look into. I can say that across all categories that the beauty Burberry has, from lips to foundations, face and color, the ingredients and the thought of the formulation that comes into it is absolutely superb. But if you are looking for colors that are out there or quite trendy, fashionable, avant-garde, and very strong pigmentations and striking looks, this is definitely not the brand for you. You might as well go into Illamasqua or NARS or Urban Decay. This is quite the opposite of that. So, but I think if you are looking for amazing staples, regardless if you like those brands, this is definitely something to look into. I think of all the beauty brands out there, the luxury premium brands or the offshoots from fashion brands, Burberry Beauty for me has really come out as one of the strongest. So anyway, enough of the babbling. I'm gonna show you guys straight away the two main products that I will be reviewing. So first is the Velvet Foundation, which really has been on my short list to purchase because I've heard so much about this and the reviews have been amazing. And second is also the new release Complete Eye Palette. This is the first time they've released their quads or an eye palette. It's always just been single shadows. Now, along with my purchase came, of course, a gift with purchase. It came with a Burberry Beauty pouch. They gave me a full single shadow as well in the color Pearl Blue. And this is how their shadows look like. This is their single shadows. And while I'm showing you guys the shadow, I might as well just touch a bit on the packaging. Burberry's packaging almost uniformly and consistently brands the product in such a very Burberry way. I'm assuming you guys are familiar with the Burberry check, so you will see it running through all the packaging, from their velvet pouches to their slate metal gray casing, which is very beautiful. It's actually very hefty and substantial in weight compared to other packagings. Their brushes that come with it have Burberry embossed in them, and even their lipsticks have the Burberry check embossed. I don't have any full-size lipstick with me right now. These are still with a gift with purchase. They came with 2 travel size lip velvet lipsticks as well. So these are the new formulated ones. And I don't know if you guys are gonna see that, but it has the Burberry check embossed on the lipstick. So that's, in as far as packaging, it's very Burberry in feel. It doesn't scream Burberry, but it really is a reflection of the brand and the way that we associate the Burberry to a trench coat and their Burberry check. Their beauty products are exactly the same way, even the way that they're named. Their first foundation was Sheer Glow, and their packaging just reflects the trench coat in terms of the colors that they've chosen. It's very neutral and very classic. So I'm gonna begin with the most hyped about release from Burberry this season, and that's the Velvet Foundation. This is the packaging of the foundation. Now I'm gonna begin with just a few things about the product. So you get 1 fluid ounce, which is standard for most foundation sizes. This retails for 68 Canadian, so I believe in US it should be about $10 less, but you can double check from Nordstrom.com or Sephora.com. Now a little about the packaging. It still looks very premium, similar to Chanel or Dior packagings, but this to me is much better in so many ways, and I'll show you guys why. It looks like it's a glass packaging or a glass bottle similar to Chanel and Dior, but this is actually more travel friendly. It's actually a plastic packaging. Now for some people they might think that is, you know, it lessens the luxury of the item, but I think it's absolutely genius because a lot of people do travel these days and they can't really be bothered lugging around a glass bottle. For the most part, what I usually do is have to transfer them, but this is just really effective and still giving that premium feel without the hefty weight. And then of course it comes with a pump dispenser, which is always ideal. I'd have to say that the pump feature of this is the best so far I've ever tried. Not only does it allow you great control in dispensing the amount of product you want, because a lot of the other pumps, they really always dispense more than you need and it's hard to control it. This one you can control with such, it's just made so well. Well, I'll show you guys. I might as well pump. This is how much I can control it. It's very little. And what's amazing about this as well is that it has the lock feature, similar to what you have in some lotions or shower gels. So it's very travel friendly. There's no way this pump is gonna go spill your foundation. So I mean, packaging wise, it really is a 10 out of 10. I think it puts together the features, the most ideal features that you'd want all in one bottle. So now on to the actual product itself. This is marketed by Burberry as its long wear foundation. So probably if you were thinking Estee Lauder, this will be their double wear counterpart. Now the finish that they say this gives is a velvet radiant matte. And I know that sounds kind of like an oxymoron. How can it be radiant and matte? But I can say right now it actually is. And then the formulation is a gel formulation, which is another innovation of the product. In terms of hydration, it also boasts of having lotus extracts and wild rose extracts, as well as specific amino acid derivatives. I know that sounds very scientific now, but basically it incorporates amazing skincare with it, and you truly feel it when it first touches your skin. It has that cooling effect, and what's even more is that it's water-based and it's oil-free. So honestly, just by description, it sounds too ideal and too perfect that you're almost like, this definitely cannot give you that finish that it says it's gonna give, or it's too good to be true. But honestly, just to boil it down and make it sweet and short, it lives up to every claim that it makes. The finish is amazing. It feels great on the skin. The consistency is very light once you blend it into your skin. It doesn't leave any film. It almost it blends to a powdery velvet finish where you don't feel any film on your skin. The finish that it gives me is high. I'm not so sure if you can categorize it as high definition, but it definitely mimics it to the point that I don't even need to set my face with powder, and that's never happened before. Even with Makeup Forever HD, it still leaves some sort of a sheen or a shine to my face where I still need to set it ever slightly. This is a gel formula. It's what I pumped earlier, and you can see that the consistency is liquid. but it's not watery. It's not gonna start drooping down the back of my hand. This gives you a medium to full coverage. I'm gonna try to blend that out a bit. And you can see right there how it just this foundation is medium to full coverage. It's very buildable without looking cakey. I'm a tremendous fan of medium coverage. Anything less than that I don't really care for. So truly speaking, this is an amazing foundation. Definitely holy grail. I would have to say it's definitely made me rethink a lot of my holy grail foundations, but definitely way up there, maybe even top 3, if not top 1, but definitely amazing. Their Sheer Glow foundation is beautiful as well. The only reason why I haven't really purchased that is because I still have a lot of luminous sheer foundations that I do want to get through. But and don't be misguided. Even if it's a sheer, it has sheer in its name itself. It actually still gives a very beautiful medium to buildable coverage. Just a word of advice, the shade numbering for both foundations are a bit off, so it doesn't necessarily mean that if you're a 205 with the Sheer Glow that you would be the same for the Velvet foundation. I'm an NC30 at the Sheer Glow. I am matched with 205, and with the Velvet foundation I am a 206. So that's basically it for the Velvet foundation. 10 out of 10 under all categories, whether that be packaging, product itself, consistency, feel, finish, and wear. The long wear, before I forget, actually it lives up to its name as well. I barely have to retouch. I do not get oily at all, and it just is beautiful. It does the long wear of double wear without the heaviness of double wear. It does the HD of Makeup Forever without the sheen of Makeup Forever. It's really an amazing product, so I highly recommend that you guys try this out.